Hey Meteor Falls, what's going on? This is Cheeseboy628 here today, giving you a live showdown laddering session in the NU tier. So first I'd like to say that I thank my friend Bifey for making this epic thumbnail that you guys see here for this video. And also, we made this team that I'm going to showcase today in the NU tier called Bifey Boston, and we'll learn about that as we get a few battles today. First, regarding this alt, this is a brand new alt. I have not played any ladder games yet, and so my first battle I will be able to register and go on from there, and we'll just learn about this team from here, and I'll tell you more about this series as we go. So, this is a really amusing team, and yeah, what a great start. Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with playing with fun teams, I can tell you that right now. But when you turn on the timer, I get a little sad. But you know, Cradley basically handles his entire team, so I'm still gonna play it in a semi-competitive manner. We're gonna see how it goes. Pikachu might just nasty plot and sweep my entire team, and that's okay. Not really, I don't want to lose. But I'm just gonna go for a Toxic and try to wither this thing away. Yeah, he's trying to sweep me right now. Did they care Baton Pass? I don't know, but I missed the Toxic. Watch as he goes for Substitute and sweeps my team. No, but he does Baton Pass. So, I wonder if these all carry Baton Pass. It's just amusing. But yes, like I said, I did not have any ladder matches yet. So that means I'm starting from the complete bottom, and you guys are going to see every battle I do as a ladder to the top. Now the end goal is that I get to at least the top 10, and if I get higher than that, great. But we'll see how that goes in the future. So, I'm going to get the Toxic. No, I'm not going to get the Toxic off. Also, I plan on adding a different team every time I have this session, so don't expect this team next week, and etc, etc. So with that all said, I think that's everything that I needed to mention. Now I'm just going to analyze these games with a competitive commentary. These air slashes are doing quite a bit of damage. Thankfully Giga Range is not there, otherwise it would have been a misplay that I didn't go for recover. So, now I'm going to go for recover. Please do not flinch me. Thank you. And now this Emolga will hopefully go down after I go for one more recover. And no, this is actually the case. Cradley is not going to win me the game after all. That's okay. Sorry, Cradley, you tried your best. But Dilly Bar. You guys ever go to Dairy Queen? Ever get those Dilly Bars? Thought that'd be a great pun. I like puns, okay? Anyway, Riggs and Dedenne. And I don't know very much about Dedenne besides it's probably PU, which I really hope they make a PU tier. That would be very nice. I enjoy these lower tiers quite a bit. Parabolic Charge. Yeah, that's a base 50 move, I believe, which is like kind of like an electric Giga Drain, except you get 50% of your health back. But I think things like Giga Drain where you get it's actually 75% of your health, while Giga Drain is of course half. And so I think Giga Drain in the end is probably more worth it. Restored HP using its cheek pouch. What? I don't know. This is new to me. I guess we can try learning together if you guys don't know what cheek pouch is, because I do not know what is happening here. It seems that okay. Restores HP when this Pokemon consumes a berry. Okay, that's kind of cool. Still like PU worthy. Now he did leave, so I'm gonna pause until he either makes a move or the timer runs out. Alright, my opponent never returned, so I am going to go up from 1000 1045, first victory, and you're gonna go for a next battle here, and I will pause until we get one. Alright, we have our next battle here, and basically he has Uxie, which may just start in order to get rocks up, and Vivillon is also not too bad of a lead in, neither is Cradley, so he has some decent leads for sure. It's probably my best interest to get rocks up for his possible Sash Barbarcle and possible Sash Vivillon, and also get some nice damage on it. But I'm going to start with Xatu, that way I can magic bounce potential rocks here, and he has nothing to absorb this T-Wave. So he's actually going to attempt to sweep my team from the first turn, Now we're gonna see how that goes. Let's see here. I'm not sure if he carries rest. That could be really bad. I'm not sure why he's setting up so many calm mines. If he has rest, that would make sense. Yeah, this is almost scary. I'm going to Nightshade once again though, because I'm not sure. I don't want to take some unexpected move and lose a valuable poke of mine. But he's definitely debating his turn here. Turns out that's fine, and he has extra sensory. The only reason I can see extra sensory being the move of choice over psychic or Psyshock is for the chance to flinch, which I wouldn't understand why you would go for that. So I was almost thinking about U-turning there, but that was a little bit risky seeing as he was +3. So he goes into his Malamar, his Calamari, good name. That I'm thinking I'm just gonna go in a Spiritomb, play it nice and safe. And yeah, Superpower, I'm not sure why he went for Superpower. But nonetheless, I can get a free Willow off right now, hopefully. He might go into Magmortar to absorb it, in which case I'll go to Gradily, hopefully take a hit, be able to get rocks up, and that'll be super beneficial for moi. Turns out, the real bug shading. Okay, so for this situation, I'm going to go to Gradily for a number of reasons. Number one, I can take a Sleep Powder. If he has Substitute, this is a big problem. But like, no one carries that, so please don't. Yeah. So my many reasons why. Number one, I can absorb a Sleep Powder. Number two, I can Toxic Stall him. Number three, I can take any hit he wants to go for, and +1, maybe even +2, as I am specially defensive. And now from here, I can sack Xatu, or I can sack Cradle. And actually looking at his team, I feel like Xatu is more expendable, as his Barbaracle, if it doesn't carry Cross Chop, will be forced to go for Stone Edge on my Cradily, as it does have Storm Drain. So that Hurricane does quite a bit. He doesn't go for Bug Buzz. People don't seem to realize that Bug Buzz is super effective to Cradily while Hurricane is neutral. But nonetheless, I'm just going to stay in, fodder it off, and that is going to be it for my friend here. Now, he is +2. I do not have a ton of priority on this team. Thankfully, I do have something known as Floatzel, the Floaties, Pokemans, and Bandit Aqua Jet is easily going to kill him. I am Jolly. I have come across situations where it's been very debatable as to what to use, but yeah. Sorry for that language right there, but what are you gonna do? So I'm gonna go to Regice. I feel Regice is my best poke to bring in here. I hope he does not recover stall me. I will slightly outspeed him as I am base 50. He brings in Magmortar. This does nothing. So that's Assault Vest. For sure. I'm gonna go in my own Cradily. And there's some noise outside my room here, which I hope you cannot hear. Anyway, so his Magmortar is going to go for the Focus Blast. Good play on his part. Definitely not necessary, but obviously worked out for him. So he goes for Flamethrower, hoping to take me out, I guess? I mean, I don't really see why he went for that there. I'm going to... I kind of want this to go for a Toxic on his own Cradily, and I think I just need a free switch into Floaties or press Waterfall. But at the same time, his Cradily is a really obvious switch in. But I'm not going to mess around with that, and you'll see what I talk about in a second. So he obviously has Flamethrower, and kind of just playing around this thing in the only way I can. Flamethrower does a ton of damage. I'm Dark Pulsing, it's doing nothing. Just gonna Pain Split at this point, because it'll do more damage than Dark Pulse will. And I'm gonna have to lose my Spiritomb. Now he's at 29%, so he can come in back one more time, but how fast is Magwater? I'm pretty sure it's not too fast. It's like base 80 or 90, 83. So I can definitely go into floaties here. And basically here comes a situation of, will he bring in his Cradling? Now I'm going to go for Waterfall anyway. And the reason is, you may just think I'm crazy right now, but the reason is there was really not a good reason to there was a good reason to overpredict. What am I saying? That was a huge misplan on my part. I apologize for that. Brick Break was definitely the obvious play. Oh gosh, it is storming outside. I'm sorry if you heard that thunder. Anyway. So I'm kind of just going to recover stall this thing. And he's going to stockpile. I don't agree with this, really. As Toxic will wither him away for sure. It's going to wither away both of us. But yes, I definitely should have Brick Break there. I certainly hope that was not a joke. Or a choke, sorry. Because obviously at that point, well, not obviously, maybe it could have been close. He was max HP Magmortar. But a banded Brick Break probably would have taken him out, and then easily could have did a ton of damage, probably to it KO that Cradling. So I'm going to go for a nice Giga Drain here. Seems both of us had the same speed investment of 0. And he's going to keep stockpiling. So, if he has Recover. He has Citrus Berry. Interesting. But yeah, he's going to recover, so we're both recovering and stalling. And, you know, it's a great time, really. Now, there's no reason to not bring in Regice, actually. I kind of need to think here that, there's a chance I won't win out in the end. But, we're gonna try. Kind of scared. I'm gonna go into Regice right now. I'm gonna go into Regice. As I do have my Frost Breath here, which always gets a crit. And so it'll do a lot of damage to this Cradily, if not take it out. Turns out it goes to Barbaracle. Interesting. Interesting. Now I do not see an item. And I'm not going to let him set up though. If he Shell Smashes here. Oh, he misses. Now that is that debatable 80 accuracy in which you never know when something's going to work out in your favor. But yeah, in that case I would have lost Regice, had to go to Float Soul, pressed Brick Break, and would have depended on what he could bring in there. He would get a free switch into his Malamar in that scenario, and that's about it. So I kind of would have won with Brick Break. Nonetheless, he brings this in, and that's actually not too good for me. Superpowers, and that's going to take me out. And, basically, I'm not sure what kind he is right now, but, I'm just trying to think what my most important poke is right now. I'm going to go to Marowak. Marowak is my best play, and it's either Knockoff, Double Edge, Boon Ring. I don't want to miss, and Double Edge is my best hitter. So, yeah. I just needed that damage. That's all I needed. As long as he's not Scarfed. If he's Scarfed, I may just lose. At this point, if I was to sack a Pokemon for whatever reason, would it be Cradily? Or would it be my Marowak? Do either really benefit me at this point? I think Marowak does a little bit more, so I'm going to sack it. Now, I'm assuming, I have the calc here for situations like this, because I don't, in the case that he's Scarfed, he outspeeds me, I lose. I need to see exactly what I'm looking at here. I'm Jolly Choice Banded. Aqua Jet does 12%. That's not going to kill. So, No, though, that's a max HP one. Say he's at 4. Still won't kill. So basically I need to hope he's not scarfed. He is scarfed. Good. Good. Alright, so lose to Scarf Malamar. That's not helping us out. No siree. GG indeed. Gonna go down a few points, unfortunately. But we will cover. Get a battle right away. And so I like when people do this. They're very nice when they do that. Anyway, I have little to no reason to not go into Marowak right now. Sure, he may. Yeah, the reason was because debating between Uxie and his Rotom. If he brings in Rotom on my Exatu, you know, it's not great for me. He does Willow me. I hope this knockoff kills 1%. Interesting. I don't care exactly what he goes for here, but I'm just gonna press knockoff. And that does check out that set I do not agree with, because being scarfed, you can't exactly use it effectively. Alright, I'm gonna pause until he brings in a poke. Alright, so he brings in Uxie here, and I'm gonna go to Exatu in the case that he tries going for rocks. That is the case. And now I basically T-wave something for free. Also, I didn't really mention this yet, but I do want to say that I have had decent success with this team. I actually laddered with just this team, and it got me to 62, and I'm still climbing, haven't peaked yet. But alright, so he forfeits because of the magic bounce. See, it's either some people don't know it, or it's a mind game. It's really fun like that. Alright, we get another battle right away. Yeah, TYU2. And we're gonna see how this one goes. There's quite a bit of electric users here. And so, I don't know, I feel Grass Knot probably can kill Marowak from a Raichu. And my best start is probably Cradling, because that way I can get rocks up. It's very nice for a decent amount of his team. And that is a belly drumming wall rain. Sure hope I do not lose from this fact. He has the odd HP. He probably messed that up in the case that he has Citrus Berry, which is most likely. And that goes down. Alright, so basically, it's really funny to competitively analyze this situation of belly drum wall rain. But, like, on one point you can say it's the bottom of the ladder, and on the other side, it's like, this may just work. Thankfully it does not, as wall rain is quite slow. Not sure how fast it is. Well, thank the Lord that happened. 65. I wonder if he had speed investment, because obviously Cradle is super slow, so that didn't really matter. But he's gonna bring in his Arbok here. I was gonna switch out anyway as I'm locked in a Brick Break. And I have no reason to not go into Spiritomb. He's gonna coil, and that is fine by me. Now he does have Intimidate, so I'm gonna go for a Willow. He might just Gunk Shot. That is the case if he poisons me. Well, that's just darn dandy unfortunate. But as I have said I have not said many a time actually. I said it in my session that I have on my channel. Anyway, that I do carry Psychic on the Spiritomb because its goal is to check fighting threats like Sock, Throw, and Girder. And so here it even benefits even more how it hurts those Psychic types. So it's kind of unfortunate that my Spiritomb has been withered away so much, as it would be really nice for it to check Ursaring. But that is no longer a possibility. It means I'm just going to have to depend on Floatzel to get me through it. Here I'm going to Pain Split, because at this point I can get off a ton of damage through that. Ursaring does not have a ton of health. I mean, not a ton of defense. It has decent HP for sure. In the case that I do live something, which is probably going to be the case, I'm going to be able to go for a Meteor Falls, wither him away quite a bit, and I should be good. He goes for Swords Dance. Now, I did crit him, but to be fair, he would have died with my Spear Tomb with it by the end of the next turn anyway. So Swords Dance was not the best choice. But he does forfeit. Something about the bottom of the ladder is that a lot of people do forfeit, or a lot of the battles do tend to go faster, and you usually don't get swept by Scarf. What is it? Malamar. Anyway, this guy has a very frail team in regards to rocks. He may just start with his Raichu, as it's a pretty decent lead. And he doesn't really have another lead, but he brings an Articuno. Now, I'm special defensive, so I really want to go for rocks, but no. I'm going to go for Stealth Rocks. Now, I don't know what kind of set this is yet. It has leftovers. It might just be a sub-toxic variant. You can carry Ice Beam. I went for Ice Beam anyway. That's not good. I brought an Exatu on an Ice Beam. I was predicting a toxic, to be honest, but I do have Spear Tomb. What I'm trying to do right now is debate what I want to go into, which doesn't have a Stealth Rocker, so I'm not exactly useful anyway. Oh, and I have Speed. Perfection. So, Exatu goes down. Articuno's plenty alive. And at this point, like, Articuno's bulky. This is going to be really annoying. I'm going to go into Spirit of the Tomb, because this seems like a defensive Articuno. It's probably going to stay in the rest of the game until it dies, because rocks are up. Although it does have Cryogonal. That is Spear Tomb. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I do go for a Willow as he brings in the Flareon. Good play on his part. He does have the Toxic Orb. This Flare Blitz is going to hurt a lot. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. But what this will do is give me a free switch into my Floatzel after this. But the damage. The damage. At this point, Spirit Tomb isn't exactly useful anyway, because its health is so low that the chance to recover is negligible. But yeah, Flareon's a threat this gen. I'm so glad it got Flare Blitz. It makes it still funny that it's just NU. Now, I'm gonna go to my Floatzel. Do some damage. Because he wants to spin, and I refuse to let you. Goodbye. Yeah, Cryogonal has base 30 defense. I don't care if you have max HP. It's not helping. Now, he brings this in, and I'm just going to go into Cradle to be safe. He does go for the Grass Knot. Interesting, he's Life Orb. That's cool to note. I would have outspent and kill him with Waterfall. But instead, I'm going to go for a nice Toxic right now. If he Volt switches into something, great. Because that thing's... Articuno's honestly the biggest threat on his team right now. His sub Ice Beam. Roost? I'm assuming? Neither has Toxic or Hurricane. I'm not really sure. Because leftovers can be kind of debatable in what kind of set it is. So, now Raichu's going to Volt Switch. I'm going to see what he goes into. He goes into Fletchinder. Get off a nice Toxic. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I have nothing that can really check this. He's going to forfeit. That puts me at 1124. And I'm not referring back to the ladder a lot right now because you need at least like 1350s in order to be on the ladder, so it's not going to be for a couple sessions most likely. Now, before I talk ramble more, his team Golurk is a thing, and it's definitely a thing I don't want to mess around with. And I'm going to start with Floatzel. So he does have Intimidate. And I'm going to go into my dilly bar. My cradle. Got my floaties. Spirit of the Tomb is a reference to a thumbnail my friend Bifey made for me. His roar. Interesting. But, I'm not taking a Volt Switch. I refuse. Or a Wild Charge. I don't know what he has. But yeah, he just sometimes writes random titles or of my battles, and he ended up saying Spirit of the Tomb, which just seemed really funny just because, you know, its name, it's redundant, you get me? Okay, I'm gonna go for rocks. I don't know why you want her fire thing on my Flizzle anyway, maybe. See, a lot of people don't understand Cradle's typing, so maybe that's it. Either way, I'm going to recover here, for sure. Not sure why he doesn't have guts if he has all these various coverage moves. The Ice Fang freeze is definitely unfortunate, but I don't hope that I can get around it. My goal is to Toxic him or even Giga Drain. Whatever I need. I wanted a little bit of chip damage. Not sure what kind of Luxray this is, because yeah, I can't really tell with Intimidate. Waterfall does not kill, even if it's offensive, so I'm not going to that. I can go in the Spirit Tomb though, and I'm gonna go for a Willow. If he brings in Typhlosion, debatably, okay. Yeah, he goes in a Lil again. I enjoy this. Might be Life Orb. Might just sleep powder me right now. I'm gonna go into Exatu. There's no reason to not go into Exatu right now. Yep, Leech Seed. But if you're defensive, why do you have no lefties? I don't know. But at this point, Hooligan probably outspeeds me. I'm gonna press U-turn. I usually don't go for U-turn on this thing, just because it usually doesn't help me out. But here, sorry. Oh, here's a red card, and perfect. I planned on going to this anyway, and I'm just gonna go for Waterfall. And that'll be best for me. Now, if he goes into Gator, not for Alligator, could be in a bit of trouble. For Alligator is a threat to a lot of teams, especially this team. So this is going to be the last battle. I'd like to say that these are going to be between 20 and 30 minutes usually, and I just try to ladder as much as I can in these sessions, and I definitely hope you guys will all enjoy it. Now here he knows I have Will-O-Wisp, so he might just go into Typhlosion and try to absorb that, in which case I'm just going to go for the Dark Pulse to predict his Typhlosion. That's some nice damage. I might go into Hariyama. It's all relative, we'll find out. Yes. So yeah, this will be a little bit past 30 minutes. Also didn't really talk too much about the layout. There's a lot of people using the X and Y layouts, and this is slightly cooler than the other X and Y layout in my opinion, because you know, to each their own. And yes, as this battle is not really done, just want to conclude have like a farewell until next time kind of speech, if you understand what I'm putting down. But first, I'm gonna go for Psychic, does decent amount. This one timed out with bulky fighting types such as Hariyama, and I'm gonna win one-on-one against this thing, so that's good. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. It's gonna be kind of close. Hariyama has a ton of HP, so I don't want to go into Exatu right now predicting the EQ, because of the fact that it might have a little over 100 HP. Now he has no reason to not press knockoff here, so he's gonna go for that. What? Why would you bullet punch? Doesn't he have knockoff? Yeah. So he had no reason to not press it there. Oh, he was predicting my Sucker Punch. That's what he's doing. Okay, I'm going to go for the Pain Split here. He goes for Aqua Jet. Once again, predicting me to prioritize, which thankfully did not happen. Alright, so Gator always brings in a certain situation. He does not have leftovers, he does not have Life Orb. I'm assuming he has Lumberry, and I'm going to go to Regex. Now Regex, you may think, is not a physical wall, and I might in fact Assault Vest, where I can eat up special hits for days. It's my first time really utilizing this tier, or in the session. That's kind of unfortunate. But Regice has base 80 HP, max attack, base 100 defense. Base 100 is still really good. I'm max attack, max special attack modest. This will do a nice chunk. So, what? Cellberry, no! Stop! He sweeps my team now, I'm upset. That won't happen unless he like super duper crits my Floatzel. Then I can press Brick Break and have a good time. But that waterfall's gonna take me out. No questions asked there. But I'm not messing around with that thing. I am pressing Brick Break. I don't want any risk of a banded waterfall not being able to take out Gator. Gator's bulky. Floatzel's okay. That crit did not matter. And so, depends on what he brings in. It's 3-on-3 right now. Actually really interesting. Basically, Floatzel is my win condition now. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit more about this team as I do plan on switching up teams for the next session. But first, let's go into Exatu, because I don't want to take... I wanted to go into Marowak so badly, but that's just not happening. Now, he did switch up moves before, so I know that I can bring this in and have a grand time. At this point, I think I win, because, yeah, I think I win. I don't think Scarf HP Grass will do enough to me. And if so, you know, I can kind of switch out and bring in Aqua Jet, but no, we're staying in. Anyway, so kind of concluding here, yes, plan on giving a new team, still same alt, just going to keep on laddering. You're going to see every single battle you have seen every single battle thus far. We're going to see what score we get to now, and then what's going to turn out for the future. I hope this upload wasn't too long for you guys, and I do certainly hope you all enjoyed. This Golurk I do not think is going to take a waterfall. If you'd like to check out my channel, I do have Wi-Fi battles and showdown sessions and some Let's Plays for you to certainly enjoy. And yeah, feel free to check out the channel, because I would definitely appreciate and love having you there, no doubts. Yes, Balloon Typhlosion, not going to take this waterfall. That's a GG. That puts me at 1145. Not too bad of a session. Scarf Malamar, that's a threat. That's a GG. That puts me at 1145. Not too bad of a session. Scarf Malamar, that's a threat. But yeah, guys, that will be it for today. Let me know some pokes you want to see in some future sessions, and thank you all for watching. Like, comment, sub, and until later. Peace.